guys, it's GameFace and welcome back to episode 34 of my charity career mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be playing 3 more games, the first of which against Liverpool. 2 days later I think it is, we've got a game against Tottenham, followed by a match against Nottingham Forest. So we've got the festive fixtures to play here, which is obviously a little bit ironic given the fact we're just currently in the festive period. Hopefully you guys had a really good Christmas. I did have a few days off obviously for Christmas, as I mentioned in the previous episode. So we are going to crack on with today's episode. It's a little bit of a strange sort of fixture list because we're playing on Christmas Day, which obviously in real life wouldn't happen. I don't know why they don't just put it on Boxing Day like it should be. So now I've actually got to play sort of 2 games in 3 days, which is very stupid. But that is FIFA for you. But yeah, we've got these games to play in today's episode. Before we get into things, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes though on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It will be absolutely fantastic. Had a really sort of strange last few days in terms of subs. We went through a period of getting like 15 or 20 a day. Then we went through a period of getting just a couple a day. And then I had a really good last few days over the couple of days where I didn't upload. And then I started uploading again. And like I was losing subscribers for some reason. So I'm not really too sure what's going on at the moment. But we are very close to 6,000. We should probably do it by the end of the year. But it depends how many more we lose between now and then, to be honest. But we'll wait and see how things go. This is the team I'm going to be playing with for the game against Liverpool. Bailey Pickett Farrell starting in goal. Eiley at right back. Jason Donaire and Janssen at centre back. Taylor at left back with Delphin Bridicott in midfield. Roof on the left hand side. Barrow on the right with Cook in behind Armstrong. This is the bench I've gone with. Again, pretty standard sort of bench that I've been going with recently, to be honest. We're going to keep this same team. It's doing me quite well at the moment. Just the 1 loss in the last episode against Newcastle. And quickly going to mention what happened in real life for Leeds recently. Massive win against Preston. 4-1. Really good win. I was watching it coming through on Twitter. Just constant goal updates. Doing really well at the moment in the league. That's 3 wins from 3, I think, recently. So we're doing very well. Game against Villa's pretty soon. So that should be an interesting match as well. But let's focus on this game today. Let me know your thoughts about all of those sort of things that I've covered in the comments below. And yeah, I'll read and reply as usual. Let's crack on with this game now. Hopefully get ourselves a win. It's a tough match, this one. I've gone with a strong team. But I've also got a game against Tottenham as well, and that one will be coming up very soon. Here we go, we're away for this one, we're at Anfield, we need to try and get ourselves a win, keep up a good run if we can. Tottenham have just missed the opportunity to go top. I think they drew or lost their game, even though they had a game in hand. They were 1 point behind us, and they must have lost because they've remained 1 point behind us now, which is great news for us. We do remain top of the league. Roof coming inside, gonna shoot, oh, so close. Doing very well for Leeds in real life, Roof, at the moment. That was a very good chance for him coming inside. Getting a good shot away. Maybe the finish should have been on target. Should have been a little bit better. Cook look for the ball through to Armstrong. He's going to go for the finesse. Saved by the goalkeeper. Barrow can't get there. Out for a goal kick. Good chance there for Armstrong. Wasn't really going to try and get it on his left foot. It had to be a right-footed shot, I think. And sadly was saved by the goalkeeper. Cook, again looking for Armstrong, this time on his favoured foot. Armstrong scores it. What a goal that is. He smashes it home past the goalkeeper. Liverpool's defence all over the place. And we're winning the game 1-0. 17 minutes in. Fantastic strike from him. And he smashed it past the goalkeeper. Brilliant stuff. Winning the game 1-0. Not too sure who their goalkeeper is. I've got a feeling it might be one of their younger goalkeepers. Not heard of him before, I don't think, when I saw him on the predicted lineups. I'm assuming it's the same one, but yeah, not great goalkeeping there. Maybe should do a little bit better. Barrow's through now. Matip is struggling to keep up with him. Barrow makes it 2-0. Out of the blue there, again stretching Liverpool's defence. And we've got the second goal from nowhere, a couple of minutes after the first one. And they are all over the place at the back. They've started a few youngsters. Again, that's backfired. A couple of the bigger teams have done that against us this season, and it's cost them. And it's a good finish from Barrow, winning the game 2-0, just 20 minutes in. What a start this has been for us. Hopefully we can continue it. I think we might have a more difficult game against Tottenham in a couple of days' time with very little rest before then. Good chance, 2-1, fantastic opportunity there for Liverpool, which they have taken. Decent build-up play. Firmino, I think it is, they're getting the goal for Liverpool to make it 2-1. Opened us up, pretty quick sort of stuff. They've not had loads of chances, neither have we though. It has been fairly balanced, we've probably just edged it, but they've just taken their chances, as we have now as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange game so far. Not loads of chances for either team. A lot of it's been in the midfield, but Markovic here outpacing our centre-backs and the rest of our defence. Good initial touch from Firmino and a very good finish after he flicks it up to himself. 2-1, they're very much back in this game now. That's it for the first half, still winning the game 2-1. A bit of an odd first half really for us, obviously winning the game, playing fairly comfortably. They've had a few chances, as you saw a second ago, they took their chance there with the shot from Firmino. Decent goal to be fair to them, good bit of build-up play. I think we do deserve to be just about in the lead here. They're bringing on a bit more quality, which they've lacked in the first half. As I said, they started a fairly weak team. There's quite a few players that probably wouldn't expect to be playing, which is probably the reason why they've taken off Stewart now and brought on Hamsik to give them a bit more quality in midfield, and that probably causes a few more issues in the second half. Armstrong still has it. Oh, he's fired that one over the bar. I think we might make some changes pretty soon, kind of freshen up the team a little bit, because we are kind of just fading out of this game a little bit at the moment. It's been very scrappy recently, not too many chances to show you in the second half so far. Oh, won back by Armstrong far too easily there. He's going to look to cross it back in. Oh, a tight one there to try and pick out Cook or Delph. Was cleared away and out for a corner. We're going to play it short to Barrow. He's going to deliver it. Good ball in, but Roof's never really going to win that one, I don't think. Delph with another opportunity to cross it. Roof's again in there, but headed away. Okay, all three changes now. We're going to bring on Chris Wood, Coyle and Vieira with about 20 minutes to go. That means Barrow, Bridcut and Armstrong will all come off. And basically we're going to do that because they're fairly tired, but also want to kind of rest him, maybe give him a chance of getting on the bench for the game against Tottenham in 2 days' time. Also, Bridcut is booked as well. So I've left Akara, Aaron, Sacco and Arvidsson all on the bench because I think I'll probably use them for the Tottenham game, so there's no need to really bring them on in this one. Chris Wood will go up front for the remainder of this match now. Armstrong waiting for Lewis Cook. He will remain on the pitch, will Lewis Cook. Still going. Yeah, got brought down though. He's lucky I actually turned into him in the end. Bridcut at the back post. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. Time for the changes now. It's going to be a corner for us. Delph to deliver it. Can he pick out Chris Wood or anybody in there? Doesn't quite manage to. But another chance. Maybe play this one short. Well, okay, maybe not. Delph just put it straight in. Wood's in there this time. Again, Klein getting himself into a bit of trouble. And manages to play it out. Wood gets played through. Is he onside? It seems like he is. Can he beat the centre-backs and the rest of the defence? He does too. It's 3-1. He smashes it home on his left foot. I'm surprised he's managed to do it with such power, to be honest. It is his weaker foot. Keeps his self onside as well. No idea how he's managed to do this. Centre-back couldn't catch up. It would have probably been a penalty. And he's managed to slot it home anyway, so we'll happily take that. No idea how he's finished that one off. Certainly wasn't expecting such a good left foot from Chris Wood. But the substitute does score and we're winning the game 3-1. Deserved result. They came here and tried to play weak inside. It's backfired for them a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't backfire for us though in this next game against Tottenham. Because we don't really want to lose a match here. We could probably take a point against them, but we are still wanting to try and finish fairly high up. So a loss would not be good in that game. Still, another chance probably for us here if Vieira could have played it. And that is it. We've won the game 3-1. Convincing 3 points actually in the end. The second half, it was scrappy, but we just about edged it. Liverpool 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal. Snodgrass isn't happy at his lack of first team play at the moment. He's obviously not being played too often. That's purely because he doesn't have that much pace. I've got to choose it based on that really. He might play against Tottenham. Usually when they have pacey wingers I decide to rest Snodgrass. But we'll wait and see what I decide to do for the game against Spurs. It might be that we actually need him to start. But this will be a very interesting game because obviously if we lose this, Spurs will go in front of us. So it'll be a very interesting match this one and will determine who is on top in the new year probably, or it could do anyway, it could have some sort of say in that. But yeah, we've got some player drills to do. We'll go ahead with these 5 players, see how we get on this week, try and get Vieira and Cook up if we can, but no chance of that happening this week. Just the 3 other players that we got up in some of the attributes, but no change in overall. Having a game on Christmas Day might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I don't know why they've got it on Christmas Day. Surely they would schedule our fixtures much better, or they should do anyway, surely. But it seems to have given us a game on Christmas Day against Tottenham. Second versus first. So a tough match this one. We're going to have to make loads and loads of changes. Because look at the state of our team at the moment. We're very lucky that we've got such a big squad at the moment. Because I really wouldn't be able to cope with this usually if we had a sort of a usual size squad that we have generally. But this time we seem to have quite a large squad. So it's not affected us too much. Still quite a strong team. Bailey Pickett-Farrell again starting in goal. Barani at right back. Lascelles and Arvidsson at centre back. Angelino I should say at left back. With Vieira and Phillips in midfield. Aaron's on the left hand side. Snodgrass on the right with Smith in behind Antonsen this time round. This is my bench. Sacco and Dakara were close to starting, but remain on the bench again. O'Kane and Wilson as my midfielders. So yeah, not too bad, but obviously a lot of big names missing out because they had to be rested, basically. Also, quick mention for Jermaine Beckford getting sent off against Leeds the other day. He was only on the pitch about 3 minutes or something. Well done. Won us the game for us. Here we go. First versus second. This is quite clearly our most difficult game that we've had in a little while. Basically because of the team we're up against, but also the team we're having to play against them. So this is not going to be an easy game. Certainly much more difficult than the Liverpool match was. I assume they'll have put out a better side than Liverpool did against us as well. So far from what I've seen, they've actually got a first choice goalkeeper out. Seems to be a Lloris in there, and Smith. Wow, wow, wow. 1-0. How has that happened? What a bit of build-up play that is. We're only 3 minutes in, and Smith gets us a goal. On his left foot, I think it was as well. Incredible strike from him. Puts us 1-0 up, and we have gone into the lead very, very early on. No idea how this has happened, but it seems to be a common theme. We've been managing to do it quite a lot recently, scoring in sort of the first 10, 15, 20 minutes usually. This time, though, a gap just opens up in their defence. Lloris couldn't save it. 1-0. Aarons to cross it into the back post. Couldn't be handled there by the defence. Back out to Vieira to try and create something. Antonsen looking for another 1-2. Antonsen shoots wide. Very good play at the moment. Kind of considering maybe boosting up the difficulty a little bit for some reason. Recently we've been getting really good results. I think it's partly because we've been playing better, but also the opposition haven't been playing quite as well. So let me know your thoughts on that down below. I think a lot of people have been suggesting to change the difficulty recently, but I've not been too sure because I expect our form to go down a little bit at some point. It just hasn't at the moment. Maybe we should change it to legendary because we are having probably too many chances here against Tottenham at the moment. What the hell was that? Half time, winning the game 1-0. Certainly being on top, Tottenham have really embarrassed themselves a little bit so far in this game. We have really, really just dominated them. Their defences look shocking at times. And we've been kind of just taking the mick out of them, to be honest, in defence a lot of the time because they've not really done too much. It's a sort of game, though, where they could score a surprise goal despite not having any chances. 0 shots on target for them. We've even beaten them on possession. Maybe I should look at changing the difficulty because this clearly isn't as realistic or as competitive as it should be. Oh, Snodgrass in so much space. Still going, need it on his left foot, really. Gonna go for it. Snodgrass shoots, and a good save by Lloris. Thought it was going in for a second, but he does manage to get his hand to it. And it's going to be Aarons to deliver it this time. Good ball in. Lascelles trying to head it back across. Doesn't manage to, though. Tottenham still yet to create any chances. We're 66 minutes in. It's not looking good for them at the moment. We are really just making them look stupid at times. They've not done much. Smith's got himself an injury there, though. Not too good for us, but we are still just dominating them. A chance for a couple of changes, I think, to be made now he's been injured. And we will give a couple of other players a chance, I think. The changes will be Dakara, Wilson and O'Kane all coming on. Calvin Phillips, Smith and Aarons all going to come off. We'll wait and see how those 3 changes go. There's about 20 minutes to go. We'll wait and see, like I say, how those players do. We need a second goal, though. Because even though we have completely smashed them, and they haven't actually had a shot on target yet, we are still close to drawing this game or losing some points here, so we really don't want to do that. Need a second goal. We've got to be able to get one in the last 20 minutes. Wilson. Glove for Antonsen. No! Suddenly just lost his pace. Lloris beat him to it. Would have been a great chance to make it 2-0. Antonsen's done a really good job. Yes, he hasn't done much in terms of scoring or assisting, really, but he has just done a really good job of helping out in midfield, causing them some issues, kept on running as well up front, putting pressure on their defence. I think that's been part of the reason why we've won this game, or winning this game at the moment, I should say. Antonsen has more pace than Fazio, that's not difficult really. Antonsen can't quite get the goal, 5 minutes left. That's it, won the game 1-0. Very comfortable win, very impressed with that. Tottenham's performance was really bad. It was difficult to tell whether we were very good or they were just bad. I think it was more us, to be honest. The only thing is, I know that's a win that's been very, very comfortable. We've not had to try that much. It's with a weakened team. But we have only won that game 1-0. And that's the only thing with having it on Legendary. If we put it on Legendary, that sort of game was probably going to be a draw if it was on Legendary. Maybe even a loss. So, yeah, it's difficult to know what to do with that one. We might have to wait and see how we get on against Nottingham Forest. Because obviously that game was a little bit too easy. For us, they didn't really give us any sort of problems in defence, so maybe we should look to change it to legendary for some games and not others. But yeah, like I say, it's very difficult to know exactly what to do, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below of this episode. Smith is out for 4 weeks with a sprained knee. We've also got Berardi accepting a new contract, which I offered him off camera. That was just a 1-year extension, nothing fancy really. Player suspended, that's okay, and 2 yellow cards for him. And we've also got another player wanting to leave the youth academy unless he gets a contract. I think he was called something Hill. Or was it Hall? Was it Tyler Hall, I think it was? So yeah, we will offer him a contract. Does look okay. It's difficult to tell exactly how good he will be. But we'll offer him a future first team player, I think is what we'll go with. I'm pretty sure that was him that wanted to leave anyway. He does look fairly good actually. Decent potential, and he's English as well, which helps. Patrick Bell now wants to leave as well. I think again we'll sign him up. Another good young English talent by the looks of it. A right mid this time round. We'll wait and see whether he does decide to accept the contract or not. We've got quite a few decent youngsters there in the youth academy, so I'm open to obviously promoting as many as possible. Billy Brown might actually be one. He looks very good actually for us. 61 overall already. Offer my contract, same one that we've offered to the rest of the guys. That win leaves us 4 points in front of second place Spurs, and again we've got another stupid fixture list. 3 days to play 2 games, so that's another frustrating one for us. What we might do is sim this game against Nottingham Forest to try and give us a more realistic kind of feel to it, to our recent results. Obviously we're beating a lot of big teams at the moment, so we will maybe, I think, sim this one. I've not simmed one in a while. Maybe that's the other option to us trying to get more realistic sort of a feel for this season. Because obviously at the moment we've just been recently promoted and we're quite comfortably top, so yeah, maybe we should look to either sim more or up the difficulty for certain games. I'll leave that down to you guys, but we will sim this game to end the episode. Don't think we'll quite have time to play all 3 of the matches in today's episode, so I'll go with a slightly different team and we'll sim it and see how we do. Okay, so this is a side that will come up against Nottingham Forest. Bailey Peacock-Farrell starting in goal, Berardi, Denier, Cooper and Taylor as my defenders. In front of that we've got Bridcut and Phillips, Barrow on the right hand side, Aaron's on the left with Edwards in behind Chris Wood. So we slightly changed team because obviously we're going to get against Stoke to think about. They're currently 3rd in the league as well, so doing quite well at the moment, Stoke. This game though is the one we're going to focus on for now, see how we do against Nottingham Forest. Their sort of team is pretty similar to the one that got them promoted, I think. So it should be an interesting game. Aaron's scoring the first goal 18 minutes in. I'm pretty sure we will concede at some point during this game, though. It's just one of those things, I think, when you play an away match on FIFA. Into the second half now, and they have made a couple of changes, as we have as well. Wilson coming on for Edwards, and there's about 20 minutes to go. Cook, I think, coming on there for Barrow. A few more changes for us. 10 minutes left. Bridcut making it 2-0. 5 minutes to go, and we've won the game 2-0. Unexpected, a clean sheet away. That never happens really when you sim matches. We've managed to pull it off, get 3 more points, and that makes us still 4 points in front of second place, which is as to be expected really. Tottenham going to try and keep the pressure up on us if they can. And that is everything for today's episode. Apologies I wasn't able to play that last game of the episode, but I thought we'd just give it a sim, see how we did. Whether that would balance things out in terms of how realistic things were going at the moment. It didn't quite manage to do that, sadly. But a 2-0 win's pretty decent anyway against Nottingham Forest. Tyler Hall accepts the contract, suspension over for O'Kane as well. And this is where we will end the episode. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe as well. That would be really appreciated. Trying to hit 35 likes on today's episode, trying to hit 6,000 subs by the end of the year. Hopefully you guys can help me do that by clicking the button. It's completely free, and you can also follow me on Twitter as well at GameFaceHD to find out every single time one of these videos goes up on there. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time, and goodbye.